Good morning. Damn it. And it is morning. It is morning. It's a beautiful day. Another beautiful day in Canada. Awesome out. Having some coffee. Just finished some flapjacks with a little Aunt Jemima on it. Got to get my Aunt Jemima. They're going to be banning Aunt Jemima coming up because, why am I talking about Aunt Jemima? I guess the logo on the bottle of Aunt Jemima offended a small group of people, and they have to get rid of it now. There's a lot of offending going on, right? People are offended a lot. I'm probably offending people. I don't mean to. I just say what's on my mind. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Right? Right. But I wish the world would loosen up a bit. Really do. Sitting at home the other night and I got a message from a girl I used to work with in Langley. She sent me a video clip that I'm going to show you. We ended up being good friends. Me and my wife used to hang out with her and her husband. And he was a good shit. He was. And she was lucky because he wasn't a cop. He wasn't a cop. Could you imagine being a cop and being married to another cop? I couldn't imagine that. What the fuck? I couldn't imagine that. Having dinner with a cop every night? Oh my God. What would you guys talk about? It'd be cop stuff, right? Oh man, that would be painful. Coming home and talking about cop stuff. Or it's your day off and the wife's coming home from work and you get to hear all about her pursuit, you know. Nothing more boring than hearing, no, I don't want to hear about your pursuit, honey, okay? I don't care that you went fast. There was nothing more boring than going to Tim Hortons and sitting with a bunch of cops and listening to Dollywall's story about a pursuit. I swear to God, man, you bring up your pursuit, I'm taking these Timbits, and I'm out of here. I don't care that you buried the needle, okay? I buried the needle dozens of times. It's not a big deal, okay? You went around a corner, he went around a corner. There's nothing more boring than hearing a cop talking about a pursuit. And then the watch commander called it off. Do you believe that? He called it off. I would have caught him. Yeah, sure you would. You don't even know how to do a pit maneuver, okay? You wouldn't have got him. Oh, why am I talking about that? I just think about the Tim Horton times. You know, sometimes it was good. But you work with them all day long, all shift long, 4 shifts, 48 hours. You drink coffee with them. You watch them eat their Timbits. There's nothing more grosser than watching a cop eat a Timbit. There's little laughing. We're all serious. Just soft giggles, like I've said before. Sent me this clip. And by the way, you were a pleasure to work with. I like working with you. I hope to see you soon. Sent me a clip. A little thingy-dingy on Langley Detachment. I'm sure most of you watched it. They talked about Langley Detachment, superintendent, I think it was. The boss of Langley Detachment. Okay, watch this clip. It's really short. We're going to talk about it.
In charge of the Langley RCMP detachment is no longer in charge, and Mounties aren't saying why, though as John Woodward reports, it could have to do with a party, public dollars, and favors for the mayor.
So we know the concerns have been out there.
That's Superintendent Murray Power, officer in charge of the Langley RCMP detachment. At least he was until mid-August.
But that's all we know is that he's been reassigned. We don't know where, we don't know why.
Exactly why is a mystery, though CTV News has obtained a series of emails about a party in January organized by the Langley City Mayor called the Mayor's Gala. The event raised some $56,000 for a local charity and became, according to some photos, a raucous event. But it also raised concerns at a city council meeting because even though it used city logos and was co-sponsored by the RCMP, it was technically a private event.
I am the mayor and I had a mayor's gala, so I apologize if I've offended anybody.
I heard wonderful things about your gala, and I heard it was very successful. I hope in moving forward that we can just do everything how it should be done.
In the emails, the mayor asks Superintendent Power if Mounties can attend, paying $150 a ticket. Power asks his staff, how can we get more members there? Offering this carrot: 4-hour OT shift approved by me is enough to cover costs for 2 persons. Criminologist Rob Gordon says if that overtime was paid, it's public money going to a private event with a lot of political pressure.
I think that's wrong. I think the superintendent needs to have a course on ethics.
We approached the RCMP and asked how much public money was spent here. They told us it's a private matter. Not true, says MP Don Davies. He's the NDP's deputy public safety critic.
These are public tax dollars, so the public has a right to know. And I think we as parliamentarians who have oversight responsibilities over the RCMP ought to be demanding full accountability and transparency in what went on here.
This is news? Where is he? Where's the boss of Langley Detachment? What happened to him? You know they sat down at their briefing in the morning. They're trying to come up with clips, right? They're trying to come up with clips. Hey, you know what I heard, Bob? You know what I heard? That guy that runs Langley Detachment, he's not there anymore. You know why? You know why I think? This picture. See this picture? Yeah, that's why he's not there anymore. He got in trouble. So, and then Peter said, I'm going to do a story on it. I'll do a story on it. I'll incorporate the picture, him not being in Langley anymore, nobody saying anything. And yeah, we'll just develop our reason why we think he's not in Langley. Believe me, this guy is not in Langley. It has nothing to do with the picture and it has nothing to do with the email, why he's not in Langley anymore. If I had to guess. Okay? If I had to guess, it's not the reason. I watched the video about 5 or 6 times and I'm trying to pick out the bad stuff in it. Okay, what's bad? What's good? I know the good stuff. But what's the bad stuff? And I'm like, okay, let's break it down. Let's break it down. The bad stuff is... What did I come up with? He sent an email to the mayor. Sent an email. She wants to have more members attend this charity event. And he writes back, 4-hour OT shift approved by me. What's wrong with that? Is there something wrong with that? It sounds, yeah, okay. All overtime is approved by him. Every single overtime claim that goes through that detachment is most likely approved by him. So what I read from it, and maybe I'm an idiot, but I just think he's saying, hey, a lot of members can afford $150. We got a lot of overtime happening in Langley. All they got to do is do an overtime shift. There's probably overtime shifts weekly at that detachment, I would guess. There used to be when I worked there. I tried to come up with another bad thing, but I might be way off, okay? But I don't see him. See, the news is making as though he sent an email to all the members and said, hey, if you guys want to go to this charity event, I'm going to create some overtime that's not real. You just hand in a claim and I'll fill it out. Those are your tickets. Now, if he did that, that'd be pretty insane. I'm fairly certain he didn't do that. Now, let's break it down. What do they call it? What kind of event? What was it? Rukus? Rukus event? I had to look up ruckus. A noisy fight or a disturbance. Okay. I've been to RCMP parties. They're pretty tame. Most of them. Yes, some do get carried away, I'm sure, but they're usually pretty boring. And I can guarantee you at that charity event, see how they exaggerate shit? Ruckus event? No, it was not a ruckus event. I never went, never heard anything about it. But it was boring as shit. The only exciting moment was when that picture got taken. I guarantee you. They weren't noisy. They weren't loud. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't wild. It wasn't ruckus. Ruckus event. Bullshit. Half of the members don't even drink anymore. A lot of them are pretty boring. What else can we say about the video, okay? The picture? I assume that's the mayor. I'm assuming. What's wrong with that? They're having a little fun. What? They got boobies, okay? A girl grabbed onto a boobie. Big deal. How did they get a picture of that? Anyways, when I first watched it, I thought, those are two girls that I want to have over if I have a party. Our next party, me and the wife need to invite those. They look like fun. Don't they look like fun? It was a joke. Big deal. Big deal. But yeah. Yeah, I'd have them over. And they're probably a blast. I didn't like that part of the job. When I was a cop, you had to watch what you did. You had to watch. You're looked upon as a higher standard. It felt so good. Shouldn't tell this story. Almost need a glass of wine telling this story. Should I save it? Nah. Maybe I'll edit it out. When I retired, the night I gave notice that I was going to retire, a weight lifted off of me. I felt like I couldn't get in trouble anymore. That feeling of always, fuck, I'm going to get in trouble. You go on your days off and you're like, I'm going to start my shift. Boss is going to come up to me. He's going to start giving me shit about something I know. What did I do wrong? What did he find in one of my files? I'd be thinking about this on my days off. Then you show up, and then you have the boss come up to me and he's like, Clint, is this your first day or second day? I'm like, okay, it's my first day. Oh, okay. And walks away. That always happen. I always think, oh, what does he want to tell me tomorrow? He doesn't want to talk about it today. He wants to tell me, I'm sure as shit, towards the end of the shift, on the second day shift. Hey, Clint, can you come into my office? Yeah. You got a problem with the exhibit custodian, or court liaison has an issue with you? That shit like that, right? I think you hurt her feelings. We had a reader in Mission, and we got into an argument. His name was Dell. What was his last name? No, it wasn't Doe. Dell. I can't remember his last name. And I got into an argument with one day, but we worked it out. Just reminded me of something. It was a funny story that I'm not going to tell. So I retire. The woman gets off work at 11 at night, okay? She was working late. I go in the hot tub, and I don't wear clothes when I go in the hot tub. Why am I telling this story? Just reminded me. Yeah, okay. So I go in the hot tub, and I'm butt flapping. My flat ass is shimmering in the moonlight. I'm nude, okay? I'm nude. The wife comes home. She's coming down the sun deck in her towel. She's got a bathing suit on. I don't know why. And two of my friends show up. A guy and a girl. They show up on a bicycle. And they come into my backyard with their bike. They got booze. I'm in the hot tub nude. They were going to surprise us. They were going to go into the hot tub hoping that we weren't in it, and they were going to text us saying, hey, we're in your hot tub. Anyways, so I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. I'm new, guys. I'm just warning you. So we go in the hot tub. Had a great night. It was fun as shit. We got goofy. We got silly. I wasn't, I felt free. We partied. We partied hard that night. At one point, I think the girls were on the trampoline in the backyard. It was pretty funny. And then maybe I shouldn't say it. His name was Ben, okay? Ben goes on the trampoline. He's bouncing around on the trampoline. Who pulls up in the backyard? A cop. From my detachment, okay? And he comes over and, I don't know. I've never had a good conversation with this guy. Hard worker, though. I forget his name. Hard worker, though, but not somebody I'm going to invite to a party or have a good conversation with. You know what I mean? But he works his ass off. And he comes over, opens up the gate, and has his flashlight. And I felt like I'm not going to get, I don't give a shit. I honestly, I didn't care. I got 2 broads in the hot tub. They're nude. I felt pretty cool. He doesn't know it's me. He looks at me. He can't believe it's me. He's like, what? We got the music fucking blaring. And he goes, Clint. And in my mind, I'm like, what, brah? Chill. But I said, what? I think he said my name because he couldn't believe it was me, and he was just confirming it. I said, that's Clint. He didn't ask me any other questions after that. But he did say, can you guys turn down the music? To the other girl. And she said something funny like, well, if I get out, you're going to see all my bits and pieces, and I'm naked here. And the story is a lot more funnier in my mind than telling you right now. We still laugh about it, okay? You had to be there. So he shuts off the music and says, you're pissing off your neighbors. And I'm like, I don't give a rat fuck if I'm pissing off my neighbors. This is what I'm thinking, right? I'm retired. I don't care. And big deal. What, 11:30? And we asked him what time it was or something like that, and he just blurted out, it's 4:30 in the morning. We're like, what? It's 4:30? We had no idea. No idea it was 4:30 in the morning. Anyway, so he needed a name for the file, and he grabbed the girl's name, and I'm not going to get into that part. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but that was a boring story. My point was, I don't know what my point was, but it was just, we're held to a higher standard. Fuck. Who created that? It was just nice. I don't miss that part. Like, you know, I like being bad. Like, you can be bad now. When you retire, you can, like, you don't have to worry about shit that you're going to get. Oh, you're going to get a code of conduct if you do that. If you go to a party and somebody grabs your tits, you're going to get a code of conduct. You don't have to worry about that shit anymore. Guaranteed. Well, maybe not guaranteed, but I could see getting pulled into the office if they come to my hot tub, noise complaint. I could see getting pulled into the office and, you know, Paddock, somebody would be like, oh, you know, I'm telling you, you keep that behavior up, Clint, you're going to get a code of conduct, okay? I'm telling you, man. You can't be doing that. You can't be pissing off your neighbors. 4:30 in the morning, man. And I heard it was, you know, indecent acts going on in that hot tub. There was no clothing. I don't approve of that. He once warned me. I drove my brother home and somebody told on me in a cop car. I drove him home. I wouldn't be doing that, Clint. You're going to get a code of conduct for driving your brother home. Is that right? Is that right? Bullshit. The threats of code of conducts. The threatening of code of conducts. I could do 10 episodes on that. Anyways, so it's nice. That part of being retired is nice because you don't have to worry about getting in trouble, even though a part of me still worries about getting in trouble and I'm retired. So the point of the story. Unfortunately, you got to watch what you do when you're a cop. Unfortunately. That part sucks. Back to the video. These are two girls that I would invite to my party. They look like a lot of fun. They find people can't have fun, though. Can't have fun. Fun is not allowed. And what did this boner say? Listen to this.
I think that's wrong. I think the superintendent needs to have a a course on ethics.
I think that's wrong. Is that what you think, Gordon? Who's this dude? Who gives a shit what you think? He needs to have a course on ethics. RCMP, you know, RCMP can't even have a Christmas party without all the members paying for it, okay? They're not allowed to have any parties. They have to pay for it. Whatever. When I worked for Shaw Cable, they have 3,000 person party in Vancouver at the nicest place in the entire world. When the wife worked for Shaw Cable. Who's paying for that? Well, you guys are, because you buy subscriptions to Shaw Cable. But anyways, can't have parties, and Rob Gordon thinks it's wrong. There's really not much I can say about this fucking video. There really isn't. It's just ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's so boring. Grasping. They're grasping. They're grasping for news. Look who they're interviewing. A criminologist, this Ron guy. Over some hoots. Grasping. Rukus event my ass. Well, Clay, you want to hear about my pursuit I had the other night? No, Sat, I don't. Okay? I don't want to hear about your boring pursuit. Okay? And the time you had to arrest a guy that was fighting you. No more police stories, please. And when you come over tonight, don't talk about policing. Please, don't. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? You get given a badge, and then when you retire, they put it in a floating piece of plastic, and you get a fake badge, and I have a fake badge in my pocket. They take your gun away. Isn't that incredible? I was a .250 shot. I was a sharpshooter, and they took my gun away. I don't think retired members should have their guns taken away. If they went through use of force training, the training I had with my firearm is incredible. If one person in this world should have a firearm, it's me. I should have one. But they take it away. They should, union, change that rule. All retired members get to keep their guns. Okay? I can go on and on and on. And I just want to have a good day. It's getting on, so I was going to go on and on and on. I was going to talk about a couple other videos that are pretty interesting with this. What the hell's his name? Farnworth? Coming out and talking about COVID. But let's keep it short. Was that short? How long? Yeah, that was kind of short. This might be a 15, 12-minuter, right? I might take a lot of shit out of here. I don't know if I should have I shouldn't have said. Did I say tasty package? Sorry about that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Subscribe to my channel. I feel like I'm talking to myself. That's not true. I got over 150 subscribers now, which makes me feel good inside. Bye-bye.